this is part 3 of my portfolio. If you have missed out on part 1 and 2, part 1 is here, part 2 is here, but anyway, now I'm going to continue and show you my fashion part of the portfolio. So I have already shown you the cover and explained everything about it in the earlier part. So I'm just going to continue. You can go to part 2 to know about the cover. Now for my fashion portfolio, I had 4 different themes and 1 other project. So the first one was rape. Now this topic is something I don't know what to say about it. This topic is something I get very angry about. I think all of us do. So yeah, this was one of my start points for this project. And now here, for whatever you do, you need like a mood board to show where you started from and about your project, about your theme. So all this which I have written here, these are rape facts from around the world. And this is also just some general pictures and everything about rape. Now I think the designs which are going to come now, they're very self-explanatory, so I'm not really going to say anything, and you can see it for yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with this. This was in my fashion portfolio. Actually, the projects I have done, 4 of them are whatever I get inspired by, but this is one of them. This is the 5th one, which was the brief was given to us in class. Basically, you had to take a white shirt, and this is just the zoom in part of the shirt, and you had to take it, you had to dismantle it, like take off the pieces, and then after that create something new out of it. Now you cannot cut the pieces into further small pieces, further small parts. You can like stitch them up or like use some other tactic, but yeah, that's what the brief was. And this is my in process work. This is the parts I had got, and this is what I thought I was going to make, and yes, I made that, and yay, I modeled it myself. Now this was my second project, third project, yeah, and the name is the waste basket, and what I got inspired by is the wastes of fruits and vegetables. And this is my mood board. This is basically just a lot of options that I have, and if you can see clearly, it's like a lot of waste. Like this is the orange peel, and I can use the peel of this. I can use the strawberry, the top part of it. I can use the peel of this. I can use the seeds of this, and I can use pomegranate parts and all of that. And here this is also the mood board, which talks about where designers have been inspired by fruits and all of that. So yeah, this is all of my research. Now for the real project, I didn't present it on paper. I'll just show it to you what it was. This is how I presented it. Now all of this is real stuff. If you remember from my part 1, it was there in my sketchbook as well. Like the study of the fruits. This is pomegranate, then there's onion, then there's pineapple, watermelon, capsicum and orange. I think it's very clear. I don't really need to say anything about it. And basically what I did to preserve it was I put nail polish, like 2 or 3 coats of nail polish over it, and then I even stored it in the fridge. And this is actually done on like 2-3 days before the main thing. All the designs, they were completed about more than a month before the interview, but I just put it on the board and did the paint later. But yeah, all of this was preserved for a really long time, so I did tell that in my interview, and I think that's that. This is obviously not what I would use on real designs is just to present it in a nice way. So yes. And then my next project was this. Yay, it's Melon Skirts. So these are all the places or regions where men in skirts are there, or skirts or dresses or flowy material. They're all in that as traditional outfits for their country or their region. So this was a research of that, and this is a research of where the designers have used it, and how the crop tops were there before, how this is Roosevelt, so how in the olden times it didn't matter if boys would wear a dress, and a lot of things like that, and how heels were introduced for men and stuff like that. And I basically got inspired, mainly the first thought for this project was this quote, so I've written it down. I read it. It says, girls can wear jeans and cut their hair short, and I'll have to put it up. It says, girls can wear jeans and cut their hair short and wear shirts and boots because it's okay to be a boy. For girls it's like promotion. But for a boy to look like a girl is degrading according to you, because secretly you believe that being a girl is degrading. And it's by Ian McEwan. And if you really think about it, yes, that is how society is today. If I wear jeans, if I buy something from the male section, no problem. But if a guy is wearing a skirt, oh my god, that is crazy. He's gonna be ridiculed like crazy. So that was the base of the project. Now I like the thought process of this, but I don't like my real designs. But yeah, I think that was the main point of this. Now what I've done is, I have taken a traditional outfit from any one place, and I have taken the dress of one famous designer, and I've written like from what time is it. This is from SS15 London Fashion Week Ready to Wear, and this is by Aluminio La Molina. So, oh sorry, I pronounced it wrong. So yeah, and combining them, I've sort of made a dress on it. It's like basically presenting this, I've changed the color palette of course, but basically presenting this on a male body, and how it's normal because, well, it is a traditional outfit of some place as well. This part is just to show how it's normal. This part is what I have copied the design from and showed it on a male body. This is Chinese clothing, this is Scottish clothing, and this is by House of Holland. Again, all of the designs are actually SS15 London Fashion Week Ready to Wear. I've just written a description of all of it and the changes to be made to make it more suitable for the male body and stuff like that. And this is traditional Greek clothing. This is by Christopher Kane, and this is traditional Bhutanese clothing and this design is by Bora Aksu. Bora Aksu is also actually a Central St. Martin's graduate. This is traditional Arab clothing, and this is by Toga. And this is not any traditional clothing, but this is just to show that, you know, men in crop tops is actually crop tops were also introduced for men. I've written it in my research. It's because there were many gyms which banned men being shirtless. So yeah, a lot of them used to wear crop tops. Oops. And this design is by J.W. Anderson. And in every piece I have actually, like every project I've actually put like 6 designs. And this is my last one. The mood board, the research work and everything of it is behind, but yeah, because it was a lot of research. But yeah, this is this, and the theme is unity in diversity. And each state I researched, if you remember from my sketchbook, there's this page, there's these series of pages of a lot of research. So basically, out of the 29 states in India, around 23 of them have main materials produced there. There are a lot of different more materials produced in India, but 23 are the main ones I found respective to their state. So each one I've cut it out and put it accordingly. Like if this is of this state, I've put it inside this. That's what I've done. I've written about it. And now to start with the designs, I have even taken for each design one motif relating to India. And the materials, now these aren't materials, these are just printouts because materials would get really expensive. I have taken printouts of that and put it according to that shape. So each material is the different material from here. And there I have used the charkha and I've written this description of everything. And every piece, almost every piece has the 23 materials. Now this is inspired by the lotus because lotus is the national flower of India. And yes, this is this. I don't know if you can see very clearly here, but these are different lotuses of different materials, and I've outlined them with a silver to make it more prominent. Now here, this is inspired by peacock, because again peacock is the national bird, and yeah, again 23 different materials here and 23 different materials over here. Then the next design is inspired by Lord Ganesh, and yeah, it's pretty clear. This is by the mango, because the mango is also really, it's a national fruit of India. And this is like a pan style sari, so a half sari, half this. And yeah, what I wrote in the beginning, I didn't talk about it, is that I have tried to add a modern, if you see properly, I've tried to add like a modern touch to each one of them, because it's like the current state of India right now, which is traditional with, you know, a westernized lifestyle combined with it, how we have our culture but we also live along with, you know, taking parts of the Western culture in our lifestyle as well. So if you see something like this here, this is like a gown, but then the sari pallu is attached, and yeah, that's that. And this is the last design. This is inspired by the tiger. It's very prominent, and because tiger is the national animal of India. And all this is my research work. I needed a lot of research for this, so whatever research is written in the book, I just framed it, wrote it properly, added pictures to it. And yes, this is the work. It's like basically orange, blue, green because of the flag of India. And yes, that's that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you one thing. Here also, this is like the flag of India. This is like the flag of India is orange and white and green with the red, with the blue chakra. So yeah, this is that. This is also how I've placed it and chosen the colors, and that is my fashion portfolio complete. Yes, so that was my portfolio overall, and again I'm repeating it. If you have missed out on part 1 and 2, part 1 is here, which is a generic thing, the start of my portfolio, supporting stuff, and part 2 is here, which is the art part of the portfolio. Like I said before in part 2, that the fashion portfolio was more of the stuff I did myself rather than the teacher giving me work like the art portfolio. And what I want to say is, if at all you have any questions, you can email me, or I'll just put all my social media stuff in the description, so you can just contact me that way. And I'll probably much in the future, I don't know, I'll probably put up something about portfolio advice and about what happened during the interview, because that is also something it's really exciting for me. And I know this might have been a little bit boring for at least the people who aren't very art oriented or are not at all interested in making an art portfolio, but yes, I think I wanted to put it up since a really long time. So like, okay, since I've decided to do something new, I'll just put it up now. And yeah, I think in the future is going to help a lot of people who would be in the place I was sometime back, where I just don't know what I'm up against. So that was my Central St. Martin's portfolio, foundation in art and design, diagnostic. And bye bye, see you next week.